Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, November 13th. I'm Jimmy Prince for the details. While owner of Nice Radio Douglas De Freitas was hoping that his written and verbal apology to Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves would have been sufficient as compensation for defamatory statements reportedly made on his radio station by radio talk show host Margaret London, the Prime Minister's legal team is demanding a lot more. The Prime Minister's lawyer, Graham Bollers, wrote to both De Freitas and London on Monday, indicating his client's course of action. The letter stated that the comments made by London on radio meant and was understood to mean that the Prime Minister committed the criminal offence of bribery as well as the offence of misbehaviour in public office, both of which are punishable by imprisonment. The letter adds that the words published on the airwaves constitute a grave and malicious slander upon the character of and reputation of the Prime Minister. Through his legal team, PM Gonsalves is demanding the following: A full and unequivocal withdrawal and apology of the slander to be published in one issue of each of the local weekly newspapers. The text of such apology must be in a form which has been approved by Dr. Gonsalves and his legal team. B. An undertaken not to publish any or similar defamatory statements against Prime Minister Gonsalves. And C. Compensation in an amount to be agreed. The letter also states that a response is expected from both London and the owner of Nice Radio within 7 days. If they fail to do so, then a claim form will be issued in the High Court compelling them to justify the slander. When SVG-TV News contacted manager of Nice Radio Douglas De Freitas for a comment on Dr. Gonsalves' request, he said he had not yet received the letter and would make no further comments at this time. In other news, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Wednesday, November 12th, officially opened the Basin Hole bridge at Langley Park. The project is classified under the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Disaster Rehabilitation Work Program and is one of 3 implemented at the Langley Park River following the devastating April floods of 2011. Kristen John Dean has more.
At a cost of $1.6 million, the Basin Hole Bridge is now accessible to pedestrians and motorists traversing the Langley Park area, 3 years after the main bridge was destroyed by the 2011 April floods. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Senior Technical Officer in the Ministry of Transport and Works, Simon Bailey, says the destruction of the bridge by the April floods caused the ministry and all persons involved to think outside the box when it came to redesigning the bridge. He added that instead of just replacing it, they had to think about future events.
Climate change and the effects that it would have. The project for Basin Hole comprised of 3 main components: the Basin Hole Bridge and road realignment, the river realignment and coastal defense, and a river gabion basket protection wall. Franco Construction was awarded the road and bridge realignment contract at a cost of $1.6 million. This was through a tendering process.
Bailey added that the Ministry of Transport and Works were forced to move away from the conventional way of thinking and look at 3 main areas in the planning process.
The proximity to the sea. Storm surges would cause significant damage to the previous bridge by bringing debris and blocking the river flow. So we had to look at developing a coastal defense system. The drainage as well. The increased housing in the area, we had to look at providing adequate drainage to the area, away from the bridge and away from the structures and components of the bridge. And basically we had to design the bridge for having at least a 50-year lifespan.
Bradley Francis of Franco Constructions, who were contracted to build the bridge, outlined that there were some setbacks in the work which commenced in August 2013.
And started demolition. At that time the road would have been diverted around. And then we had problems with the southern abutment was under design. We had to go lower. So one thing led to another, and then we were here until Christmas, and then the rains came in Christmas 2013. It was never intended to build a northern abutment. We were supposed to just repair the northern abutment. But after the Christmas 2013 floods, the northern abutment was totally wiped out.
Funding for the project was made possible through a grant from the government of the Republic of China on Taiwan, with contribution from the government of SVG. Kristen John Dean reporting for SVG-TV News.
Meantime, Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, Boshangar, congratulated the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the official opening of the Basin Hole Bridge.
We are very proud to be part of it. So now in front of us we can see this is a well-designed, well-built bridge that will last for many, many years. The flood in April of 2011 and December 2013 wreaked havoc on many roads and bridges in this country. To alleviate the damage, my government contributed 10 million EC dollars in total for disaster relief, for habilitation.
And the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, says there are a number of persons who need to be thanked for ensuring the bridge was completed, including Franco Construction and persons within the Ministry of Transport and Works.
I want to give appreciation to the following persons in the Ministry of Works: the Chief Engineer and the Supervisor of the project, Brent Bailey, who is at the moment meeting with officials from the Ministry of Finance, discussing some of the capital projects for us to put in the estimates for the year 2015. I want to say thanks also to the contribution of the engineer who designed the bridge, Moses Valero. He came here to us several years ago from the Philippines, and I'm happy to say that he loves this place so much that he is now a citizen of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Commenting on the upcoming general elections, Prime Minister Gonsalves says his government is entering the election campaign by giving Vincentians a clear choice. He says persons will have to decide whether they would like to go forward or backward.
If you want to go forward, it's only the Unity Labour Party under Comrade Ralph can take you forward. You want to go backward? Well, you go with the other people then. Remember this. Lot's wife turned back and turned a pillar of salt. You want to turn a pillar of salt? You have to go forward. And that is what we are offering. Between now and early December, I'm preparing the estimates for the year 2015. And preparing a good set of estimates to continue the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Dr. Gonsalves added that the only people who can make his party leave office are the Labour Party people themselves.
It's not that you're going to turn and go to NDP, because I know you didn't do that. But some going to want to stay home. Stay home. And then some say the comrade them don't win, me not go out. Some say I didn't get this, I didn't get that. But they forget that the children gone university and improving the family. They forgetting bridge like this and the houses. And in a hard time in the world, look at how your government is performing.
The International Airport Development Company, the IADC, is appealing to owners of livestock that are currently grazing at the Argyle International Airport to remove their animals immediately. In a media release, the IADC said for some time now it has been asking the owners of these animals to have them removed from the site, but to no avail. According to the IADC, these animals are increasingly posing several problems at the site, resulting in the slowing down of the work. The IADC says it will not hold itself responsible for any harm that may come to these animals and are appealing to the owners to find alternative grazing areas. Still ahead, the Facey Trading Secondary School's Drama Festival opens here with an encouragement for more students to get involved in theatre arts. Still there's some more. Students are being told that drama can help them to have a better way of life. This advice came from Senior Education Officer Asper Stevens, speaking at the opening ceremony of the Facey Trading Secondary School's Drama Festival, which officially opened on Tuesday at the Peace Memorial Hall. Here's more.
Drama can be used as a crime reduction strategy, and Senior Education Officer Asper Stevens is calling on more students to get involved in the theatre arts. Speaking at the opening of the Facey Trading Secondary School Drama Festival at the Peace Memorial Hall, Stevens told the students that the young dramatists of today can make a difference in enabling the holistic development of human resource, the society, the region, and the world at large.
The Ministry of Education continues to partner with its sister ministry, the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture, in building our students, in building our society, in preserving our Caribbean civilization. The Ministry of Education thanks the Department of Culture for continuing to support our students in building their educational capacities.
Stevens added that drama helps to develop inter- and intrapersonal skills and build positive character.
Love and romance, suspense. Drama helps our young persons to deal with their own selves, their mood swings. Drama provides entertainment.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Culture, Luke Brown, told the students that exposure to drama would help one to develop as an individual.
We use this art form to communicate critical, key, important aspects about our culture and our way of life. It is a form of speaking. So something that you might see on stage here might remind you of a situation that you would have found yourself in. Whether or not it be a comfortable memory or a difficult memory, it reminds you about what we are living through with life. And I'm happy that we're taking a systematic approach to the promotion of drama.
Here's a look at the opening drama piece by the Girls High School entitled My Father's Child.
I want to know if Juliet told you about I am Miss Black, Juliet Junior's teacher. I brought her home early today because the principal asked. What happened? Someone Juliet? Well, yes. Oh God, Juliet! Come! What happened? Why is she crying? Well, you see, somebody hit you. No, Mrs. Ramsey. Somebody hit you. Now why is she crying? I'm trying to say, if anybody hit my child, it's going to be me and them. Juliet, who hit you? If this is because your father and you live there, I'm just afraid to go away. Nobody hits her. Then why is she crying? It is a whole serious matter. May I come inside and speak? What happened? Mrs. Ramsey, Juliet has told me in confidence that she has been sexually molested. Mrs. Ramsey, she has been having sexual... Juliet! But she really forgot.
The Girls High School are the 2013 champions of the Secondary Schools Drama Festival. Kristen John Dean reporting for SVG-TV News.
The SVG Community College Division of Nursing Education Performing Arts Club is expected to take the stage at the Peace Memorial Hall this weekend in the Ministry of Culture and Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Theatre Festival. This will be the second group to perform at the festival, which began with remnants of Gideon last weekend. The production by the Nursing Performing Arts Club is entitled Sparks of Emotions, The Things We Desire. And according to Shanique Brown, everyone should try to see the play at least once.
we will be putting on a production entitled Sparks of Emotions, The Things We Desire, this weekend, the 14th, 15th and 16th of November at the Peace Memorial Hall. And the show will begin at 8 on Friday, 8 p.m. on Friday, 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Tickets are $25 and they are available at Airpost and also any member of the Performing Arts Club as well as the Division of Nursing at Lago Heights.
Brown says patrons will find the play to be very riveting and related to everyday life situations.
So this year's production is a very interesting one. It was actually written by 4 members of the Performing Arts Club at the Division of Nursing Education. And it's very relatable, it's very real. There's a message for every individual somewhere along the line. And each year we have had continued support from the public, the Vincentian public, and this year we are coveting your continued support. Please come out and support us, and it's going to be a time to enjoy. It's not just acting, but it's dancing and it's singing. All aspects of the arts will be incorporated in this weekend's production, and every night will be something special.
2 men are hospitalized in stable condition with gunshot wounds sustained in an apparent attempted robbery in the Daphne area last night. Reports say that around 10 p.m., bus driver Samuel Pompey and his conductor Ronald Brown were approached by masked gunmen who opened fire, shooting one in the abdomen and the other in the face. Last weekend, the 3 men died from gunshot wounds in separate incidents. The police are continuing the investigation into these matters. The execution of a search warrant by the police at the home of Ulrich Marx at Yambu has led to the discovery of one 12-gauge shotgun. As a result, he was arrested and charged for having the gun in his possession without the relevant license. Marx was escorted to the Serious Offences Court today before Chief Magistrate Brown Matthias and maintained his innocence of the charge. Court prosecutor Adolphus Delplesh had no objection to his bail, which was allowed in the sum of $10,000 with one suitable surety. According to information from the police, the warrant was executed at Mark's home while he was assisting with investigation into a murder which recently occurred at Yambu. Meanwhile, Grenada National Franklin Noel and Vincentian Evans Matthews of Layou were jointly fined $30,000 after they were found guilty of having in their possession 45 pounds of marijuana at Bellwood Mountain in Layou. Both defendants were ordered to pay $10,000 forthwith or face 9 months each in prison. The balance of $20,000 is to be paid by January 30th, 2015. In default, an additional 1.5-year jail term will be imposed. Reports are that on the date in question, members of the Rapid Response Unit were on patrol, that should be foot patrol, in the mountains when Noel and Matthews were discovered sleeping in a shanty. A search was carried out and the quantity of drugs discovered. In other news now, the Rotary Club of St. Vincent and the Grenadines today made a total of 3 donations to institutions here. The beneficiaries are the Special Needs School, the SVG Sickle Cell Association, and the J.P. Eustace Secondary School. According to President of the club, Colin Boyle, the presentation to the institutions was made possible through assistance of the Bank of Nova Scotia.
With the Bank of Nova Scotia, it is our great pleasure to present you with this printer and toner. Hope you put it to good use. Right?
The SVG Sickle Cell Association and the Special Needs School both received checks in the sum of $2,000 each.
We'd like to present this small token of appreciation. I hope that will be put to good use. Again, I'd like to stress and reiterate that it is because of the contribution made by the general public. So when we come to you and ask you to please support our event or events, come and buy a ticket, it's because we want to improve their lives and improve their functions of different organizations in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On behalf of the Rotary Club of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I'd like to present this check to the St. Vincent Sickle Cell Association in recognition of the fantastic job you're doing.